in time, when we look back at time and we look back at different things we've done, and we look back and see how far we've come, what our progress is, and all the things we've learned. When you look back at your past, I mean, we all have a past, whether it be we're just a day old, we have a past of a day. It doesn't matter. So when you look at your past, and I want you to take this to heart, okay? Because your past doesn't define you. Not one bit. What your past does is, hold on, I'm going to put this up here in the header so everybody can see how great it is. It is amazing how you do this. Okay. Your past actually prepared you. Your past life, everything you've learned in your past, has prepared you for today. Has prepared you for what you're doing. Exactly. Do you see that part? How you have been prepared? Oh, you. Okay. Hold on just a second. I had a little glitch there in the matrix. Okay. Look back at your past skills. Look back at what you did. And I know we don't like to look back. We don't like to live in the past. I just want you to take a shallow minute here and look back at your past and what you've learned. Look back at the steps you've grown and how much you have evolved over, let's say, the months, the years. When you look back at all the skills you have now today, those came from the steps you took. Those came from you taking the time to learn something new, to expand your horizons and to grow. So when you learn the skills, all the way that you're preparing, all the way from then till now, has been a series of different steps that you've taken. A series of different skills that you've learned along the way. Those skills that you have now, that you've learned along the way, are you using the skills that you have learned, that were given to you, that you have learned, that you've created for reasons to prepare you for the life you wanted, to prepare you for the life you have right now? So whatever life you're living now, the lifestyle you have right now, is what you have prepared yourself for. Maybe unconsciously, maybe consciously. Either way, you have prepared yourself for what you have. It's based on your faith in yourself, the beliefs you have, because all the beliefs you have in yourself on what you can do, what you can have, all of the above are based on what you allow yourself to learn skill-wise. And basically, the skills you have now, you maybe have more skills than you realize. So look at the skills you have now. Are they benefiting you in what you're doing today, in your now? Are they benefiting you on the lifestyle you've wanted, that you've dreamed of, that's always there for you? So just remember, each past experience that you've had, they're all building blocks. They're all stepping stones that were preparing you and getting you ready for the life you have. Even if you're not quite there yet, you're not quite where you want to be, you're still growing, you're still building, you're still expanding. You know, we're never where we want to be. We're never satisfied because we're people. People are never satisfied with where they are. We as a person, as a human, always want to keep moving up to the next step. And that is called growth. And we are supposed to do that. We are not supposed to be content 100% with where we are. There should always be more room for growth, more room for expansion, more room for learning. I believe you should learn something new every day. Regardless if it's something big or something small. You should learn something new every day. And I will throw this out there for you guys. You can take it however you want. But I choose to learn different systems and different strategies every single day. I'll learn maybe a different algorithm or a different way to grow my business or a different way to put out more content, or I will learn a different way to maybe use my NLP skills. And neuro linguistic program is what that is, NLP. So, but when you use your bad and good skills, because we all have bad and we all have good skills. So when you use, and I call them growth skills, because it doesn't matter if they're bad or they're good, we're going to incorporate them, we're going to use them to the best of our ability. So I call these growth skills because we're growing, we're expanding, and we are evolving to where we want to be. So when you look at what growth skills you have, or when you look at what skills you have, I always encourage you to write them down, because when you write something down, I mean literally write it down on paper, but I suggest your journal. Put it in your journal. The more you write it down, how you feel, how you think, what your desires are, what your skills are, and as you learn something new, write it down. You give it more power. And it is actually all about the quantum, hold on, I wrote this down, quantum mechanics. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget the term. It's quantum mechanics. It's part of the quantum field, and there's so much more involved in that, and we'll get into that in another broadcast. But to keep growing and prospering and learning, you have to realize your past does not define who you are now. Your past has prepared you for who you are now. Your past has prepared you for the steps along the way. It has created the stepping stones, the blocks that you have followed and you have stepped on and you have crawled or jumped or leapt or whatever it is that you've done to get to where you're at. And where you're at is good because you have got yourself there. And you have to remember, we are solely the sole creator, co-creator with the universe of our lives. There's really no one else that can even step in the way unless you let them. The only way anyone else can stop you from having your lifestyle that you want is if you allow it to happen. If you allow someone to stop you, then they will. If you don't allow someone to stop you, then they can't. Plain and simple. You are in control of you. No one else is. So each past experience that you've had has been, like I said, it's been a stepping stone. It's been a building block. It's been a growth skill that you've learned. And if you're not learning the right skills maybe, and if you're not learning the right process on how to do this and how to go, then you know by now to reach out to someone who's already doing it, someone who knows what they're doing, and someone who was willing to help you and teach you, and learn something new every single day. Get with a community of people who know what they're doing, who are willing to help you, who are willing to let you on the inside to grow and prosper and be who you need to be. So it doesn't matter what season it is you're in. It doesn't matter how far you've come. It doesn't matter how far you have yet to go. What matters is that you're growing every day. What matters is that you see you have skills. What matters is you see where you are at now, where you're at. And you see and imagine where you're going. When you do this, it's going to all flow together and it's going to be wonderful. So if you need help, if you're struggling in your business, if you're struggling to get out there and to get assistance with something, please let us know and we are more than happy to help you. I look forward to seeing your complaints. I look forward to seeing your successes because we all have a complaint. Let's face it, we're people and we complain about everything. So I would rather see your successes and your striving, how you're doing. Okay, so have a super great day, guys. I'll chat with you later.